J Mo, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the first reaction for the final episode for season 4, Raising Kanan. I mean, my first reaction normally is what my first thoughts are after the episode, but my first reaction, what the hell? Really? What? Man, really? 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 You gonna do that? You gonna really do that? We gotta hear this speech, and then we gotta hear that fade to black, bang, what? Wait. You don't make nobody wait a whole year for this. You playing with my emotions, Smokey. What the hell? What the hell? Did we just watch this or what? You gonna make me wait a year? Really? We gotta wait a year to find out not only if Kanan done popped Mom Dukes, but now we gonna have to wait a year to find out if Tony D lives. You know what I'm saying? Why do poke him once? You go for a swing. He talking about I went for a swing and I missed. You idiot. You know you got 3 strikes at every time up at bat. You should have took more than one swing, dummy. You should have poked him up full of holes. He'd have been looking like fishnet stockings over there. I know there's a lot of people want to get into the comments on this one. I'm going to get into some of these comments. I'm going to go ahead and break down the MOSCO. I ain't going to wait too long and rate this episode because we got a lot to talk about. And then I'm going to put the link in if anybody want to come up and chat. We finally meet Breeze. What? Finally, we meet Breeze. It's a little introduction, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no arranged marriage or whatever, but we just want y'all to lay eyes on each other. Look at that. Finally meet Breeze. Man, is it just me? Or were they building it up for Marvin to go out this episode? They didn't tell that jukebox give her little speech. They didn't had Marvin get chewed out by Rock. It seemed like they was right on point with the conversations we've been having with my man Young Slim, with my girl Crystal, encouraging Warrior. It seemed like a lot of that tension was there, that what we've been all talking about. And it seemed like they was building it up for me to feel bad for Marvin. As soon as I heard Jukebox give that speech about Marvin, I'm like, oh, Marvin gone. Marvin did. And when I saw them pull up and his back was turned and these dudes ain't got no aim, they couldn't catch him. They gonna catch the damn, who was he? Gas station worker? Man, you couldn't have me stand next to none of these folks, man. Don't even come by me. And then early Tyler, how Marvin find him that easy? He just found somebody bringing some food, followed him, and took him out. I'm like, come on, man. Early should have did better than that. I think that was kind of a weak way to take him down. Let me get to some of these comments in the chat right quick. First in the building, my man Sean Tor. I left my glasses over there, y'all. But if I don't use them, I can do all right. But it's a hell of a cliffhanger. Season 5 gonna be tough. You ain't lying, man. Let me get a little water right quick, y'all. Liquidate these pipes. Man, what the hell? They making us wait a whole year to figure this out, man, and wait. Petite Delight, I'm irritated. I know you are. Ian Felix, I don't think she dead. I don't think he popped her. I don't think he popped her. I think that was whack. Anyway, season 2 was a similar cliffhanger. Yeah, but this is worse. Bad Company. Hope is Lee was good. Was good. Bad Company. I see why Ghost killed Breeze. Lame ass. Actually, Breeze don't seem too lame. He pulled up in that damn 911 Porsche. That boy was nice. That's on the level of Lamborghini Ferrari. So he was on another level right there. You know. So I don't know. We ain't really see much of conversation though. So who knows? They say you about that business. That's what I'm about. Then we gonna be all right. Truth be told, Kanan and Breeze got along great though. It was Ghost that took out Breeze and then got rid of Kanan. I'm not saying that you didn't say this or that you didn't know this, you know. I'm not to imply that. I'm just saying, you know, from what they told in the story before, it seemed that Kanan and Breeze was really close and worked together good. I don't know. Ghost might have killed both of them, but because he probably closer in age than to Kanan, or they cool or whatever. Because Breeze did look older than Kanan. And in real life, he is older. So it seemed maybe that was what went down. You know what I mean? That they were cool or whatever. Plus, another thing we noticed is that the year, this is 1992, because we saw when Kanan went to see his grandma's grave that it said 1992. I was thinking this was around 95, but it was around 92. So that's another thing. What do y'all think? Let me get down. I'm gonna have to shout out to everybody coming through. Hell of an episode. I gotta catch my breath for a second. Getting too fat, y'all. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get to some of these comments. I'm gonna have to skip down to the most recent ones, but much love to all the comments. I'm gonna start using a different streaming software where all the comments stream on the side too. I don't know if that's better or worse. We'll see. But what y'all think about when Lulu gave the speech in the bar to Kanan? I don't know about y'all. But when he told Kanan he the one took out D Wiz and he could have said no, and this everything Lulu was saying is true about responsibility in life. I believe in that, you know. And so I swear I straight up and down thought Kanan might have some beef with Lulu right there. I wouldn't have thought that, but y'all in the comments put that in my head. Lulu might get hurt. So when I saw him giving this speech and Kanan looked like, you killed D-Wick. You killed my best friend. You killed D-Wick. I'm like, oh, snap. Kanan about to do something to Lulu. But that ain't happened. Let's see. Super necessary. Breeze gonna be a problem next season. Yeah, I like Breeze's character. Jay Smith, Tariq Sr. That night dumb. What you mean, Tariq Sr.? That night dumb. I missed that. Joey Stiletto TV. Kanan likes the truth, so he respects it. That's a good point. Yeah, and I can see why you would say that, and I actually agree with that because he been jerked around so much, and that goes to the speech that they left us hanging with him and Rock. And he was saying, you didn't mess with my head so much, you didn't jerked around with my head so much that I don't know what to believe. And when people come at him straight up, he do respect it, even if it is something that he don't want to hear. So I could agree with that. Um, he almost, I thought, also when he was about to leave, when he was at his apartment and he was talking with Juke, saying that he know Rock did it, and then she stopped him, and he had the thing in his hand. He like, if you ain't with me, you will against me. I'm like, uh-oh. And then he left. She got on the phone. I thought she was calling Marvin or Lulu or somebody, Marvin especially after she gave that speech, to give the heads up that he ain't in his right mind. He may be about to do something. Go watch out for Rock, whatever. So I was a little surprised to see that that wasn't the case. Let me see. Damn. I'm up here, was up here yelling at the damn TV when they left us on that cliffhanger. My damn throat a little sore. uh let's see what else they had. Major points right quick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the MOSCO. And then I'm gonna put the link in the comments. And if y'all want to come up and chat live, we can do that. What y'all think about Pernessa? We done seen Pernessa get abducted. Everybody say kidnapped, but you know, she grown, abducted anyway. That Lexus she was rolling is a top car too, but that wasn't the 92 version. That was like a 98 version. You know, I love my cars. But anyway, why she had the gun all in the he like, you won't do that. They didn't burn down the Chinese spots. It's war, but did Neek know that they got his baby mama and Shorty? I don't know. Alonzo, you say you got the same one as a 97, so you know what I mean. That actually, that car when it came out was probably the best sports coupe you could own at the time. The only other one you could probably get was a Mercedes SL. Then they came out with the Acura Legend coupe and other stuff. But the way that Lexus SC looked, I'm getting distracted because I love me some cars. I talk a lot about cars on the other channel and other stuff. But anyway, that's a dope car. I would like that car even today. I would drive that car. That's a dope car. But that with the lights, those lights and the ground effects on the one she was riding was the 98 or something. Anyway, we see I didn't get distracted on the day. But anyway, the firebender, did Kanan really just take out his mom? I don't think so. I really don't. And I think that was a hell of a cliffhanger. But I'm wondering if Neek, why he didn't know about his baby mama, why he over there turned down all the Chinese stores, which that was just a favor for the Chinese dude because he told her, hey man, I don't care what you do to me. I'm old. She's like, what about your family? They in China. She ain't had nothing to say with that. She knew she wasn't about to go find them in China. That right there was a trump card right there. Boom. They in China. I don't care. We have Chinese proverb. You are demon, but you don't even know you demon. You just demon. And that's who you are. Demon. Yeah, that was funny right there. He let her know, you demon. I don't care. You little bok choy. Anyway, let me see. Oh, snaps and pops. Boy, they running game on Kanan. When he was inside their lair and he was sitting there talking with them and he asking more questions about the police and Crystal. Hey, look here, man, we shaking trees. You know, we don't want to keep asking questions. Then that's gonna come back on us. They gonna think we had something to do with it. Boy, that's the definition of gaslighting. When somebody thinks that what you saying what is true, but you really lying. They convincing you I mean, like they really twisting his head straight up. And I wonder if he ever figured that out. He may never figure it out because him and Breeze they ended up staying cool. They never had any issues. The only time him and Breeze had issues, well, we don't know they ever had issues, but the only time we don't know nothing about Breeze in their life, so I don't want to go that far. But it's gonna be interesting to see. Petite Delight, you're right. Juke is on the snaps and pops a little bit. She was saying them old people, they be always having a little angle and scheme. Kanan is too convinced in his head that Brock did everything. Straight up. Ha ha, ball out. Yeah. Oh, you talking about that Keisha? Yeah. Wow, so many of y'all fans thought Breeze would be somebody not named Breeze. That's a good point. And I've been wondering that as well. Everybody been thinking it's gonna be somebody else and they changed their name. I never been on board with that theory. I mean, hey, everybody entitled to their thoughts, but I never thought that. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and give my MOSCO rating for this episode. I'm really upset on this cliffhanger. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't like that whack cliffhanger with all that speech and stuff. And then we got two cliffhangers with Stefano, Tony Danza, and Rock. I mean, the people that watch the show gonna watch the show. You didn't have to do that to us. You know what I mean? So do one or the other. At least let us know something. Hold on, man. The heat, I don't know about y'all, but damn, man, it's summertime, man. It's summertime. It's 75 degrees right now, and it's 1 o'clock at night. I had to turn my air back on, man. I'm over here about to. Anyway, for those that's watching and that's new that don't normally watch with me, I appreciate it. And I always try to keep everybody involved, and I always give honest first reactions and reviews and talk with everybody and chop it up. So I'm putting the link down in the description if y'all want to come up and talk. Come on through. I'm gonna go ahead and do my MOSCO rating. The MOSCO is my little rating system that I use to try to be non-biased. I say try, but I'm trying. Some people don't even try. I'm gonna go ahead and do the MOSCO real quick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get to the comments. So let's do this. All right, all right. Now the MOSCO, like I said, it's real simple. 4 categories, 25 points each. That'll round up to $1. You can always drop that 0 and get a score of 1 to 10. Let's do it. So the first, visuals and cinematography. I did like some of the visuals and things of how they was like presenting Neek when he was getting his crew together and they were showing him talking and talking about when he was on his deathbed or whatever, what he couldn't dream about and da. I like how they had Rock and other people presented a little bit when they were having their conversations, but overall, nothing super spectacular of a visual shot. They film it to look old as always, which that's cool. Overall, I would give this episode, and if you all see some scenes that was shot that looked really spectacular, let me know in the comments. But Breeze pulling up, that was cool. I liked it. On the score of 0 to 25, I'm gonna give it a 22. Storyline and the plot for this episode. They had a lot going on this episode. We did get introduced to Breeze finally, and I'm glad that finally took place so that people can finally have the answer of who this character is and who is going to be. The cliffhangers, man. What the hell? I mean, why they do that with Rock and he pulled the trigger allegedly? Who knows? We hear a bang, but it's a black screen. We hear all this speech. We know how he feeling. We don't know what happened. We gotta wait a year and a half, really? Who knows, man? With this administration. Anyway, I would like to say that this episode storyline and plot, being non-biased, all right. It wasn't bad. I think Marvin should have got hurt at least. We don't know what happened to Rock, so I don't know. Maybe somebody bust in the door and stop him, Marvin or Juke. I'm gonna give this I hate they did this. I'm gonna give this a 22. A 22 out of 25. Wasn't the worst, but it wasn't the best. It was pretty good though. But it was better than average. Special effect, makeup, costumes. This ain't a heavily special effect driven show, but costumes, man, I could have swore I saw Michael Jackson bad outfit. What the hell, Rock? Who dresses Rock? When Kanan pulled the piece on her, she was looked like Michael Jackson. Hee hee, I'm. What in the world? They be having her dressed crazy. Snaps and pops, boy. They be dapping down, matching furs. He had his little green leather pants with the matching little Kango. You know what I mean? They be dressed. They be having good wardrobe for the period and everything. I'm gonna give it overall for the special effects, makeup, costumes, because there's not many special effects. The shootouts, this and that was all right, but I'm gonna give it a 20, a 21, a 21. And entertaining fun factor. This is what most people, this is the most important part. You could watch a B movie with no budget. And if it's entertaining and you had a good time, that's all that matter. Now, when you get into bigger stuff, of course, you want it to work. Nevertheless, it's the most important category. And I'm going to say that this episode was entertaining. I did like it, but I hate the ending. I really do. I really hate that damn cliffhanger. Uh, I don't like that Marvin didn't get shot and they talked him up and had him doing his little welfare checkup. How he know where that damn girl was getting placed in the foster home? How he got time to do all that? There's no internet. Anyway, uh, the jukebox getting with her girl. Like, hey, Shorty got some thighs, boy. I'm gonna tell you what. Women are beautiful, man. I straight up women. Why is this damn? There we go. Women, boy. Just a woman. God bless America. God bless a woman. I tell you, boy. Women bodies and looks and everything. With that being said, it's not my favorite episode. And this season kind of moved slow, being honest, and dragged. And we kind of waited all this time for this. You drug me along to leave me hanging? Really? You drug me along to leave me hanging. Okay, I got you. Uh Overall, then they better start off banging. Banging. Don't start off slow next season. I'm gonna give this a. This is hard, man. I'm gonna give it on the scale of 25. Entertaining, fun factor. I'm gonna be honest, it was good to a certain extent. They want to drive emotions. That's the best thing about any show. Get you to feel something. So I'm gonna give it a 22, 21. Damn, man. I'm gonna give it a 21. 21. That come up to a 86 total on the MOSCO. And with that, I always give a 0.5 margin of discretion. Now, 86, I'm old school. That's what? A B. 80 to 90 is a B. 90 above is a A. It's a B plus. I would give it a B plus. It wasn't an A. I think they pulled the Phil Russo and went for a swing and missed with that rock cliffhanger. But you know what? I bet you it'd be the number one trending topic for the next couple days. So with that being said, I guess it is a good way to swing if you gonna want to be the number one trending topic when it comes to this TV stuff. So we'll see. Somebody said the war is over. Jay Smith. I don't know. If Tony D is alive. That's why I said they left us with two cliffhangers because Stefano, we don't know if he's gone. He may have survived. This fool gonna poke him one time. Like, if that's what you want to do, you got to do it. You should have got the juggy or something. Hit him in the juggy, hit that jugular. And also, I was thinking that Derek say canceled that Stars subscription till Force come back. You know what? A lot of people doing that, and this is a lot of these damn streaming stuff. That stuff add up. But I thought Tony D, aka Stefano, was out of line talking to Phil Russo when he said, "How about I tell everybody that you're the one that took him out? How about I let that be known?" You don't say that. You don't threaten that. Not in this thing of ours. This thing of ours. You dare to violate this thing of ours? You are going to tell that I'm the one that asked you to take him out, Salvatore? Hey, I'm like, uh-oh. Tony D about to have another dent in that nose real quick. I already knew that was coming. Straight up. Tony D got a big old dent right there in that noggin too. But you don't threaten, first of all, you don't do that to another man, period. Let alone you doing that to a mobster and y'all alone with no protection. And it was unnecessary. Because Phil Russo was already on the humbug for the most part. He was already talking about, hey, let's get this over with. I don't want to mess with it or whatever. But he wasn't kissing ass, but he was ready to get it over. And then, Stefano started feeling his own schnoz. That big old dent right there. Tony D was crazy as I'm starting to feel old because I remember when he was young. Anyway, Tony D, I'm here to play. Lord Bison, thank you with the super chat, my brother. You said season 5, we will see Breeze watching Jeopardy. It'll be sad that after all this time of people wanting to see Breeze and finally learn about this character, that he probably only going to be around for less than 10 episodes. Because if they end up bringing him in next season, it's probably going to be the last season. And they may introduce Ghost and Tommy in the last episode or two. Because they could do a time jump. And who knows? I really, really don't want them to do a time jump. I don't want them to have Kanan take out Rock. It makes more sense in a way if he does, because if you think about why he was doing what he was doing to Tariq and trying to get Tariq to take out his pops or whatever the case, he probably look at it as like, this is what I did. This is what you need to do. You ain't a real killer till you do it. Do it, be like me. Which that's real sick. R. Robertson. How many of you all agree with R. Robertson? I was very underwhelmed by Breeze. I wasn't. Now, I don't know. Maybe some people, and I don't know if R. Robinson is one of them, but some people may have had such high expectations for Breeze, been wondering and waiting to see. Me, I haven't been. Not that I'm saying I was not caring. I just wasn't that excited or interested over a person that we ain't heard much about. But when we finally saw it and he pulled up in that Porsche and he got up, doing with the looking dressed right and all of that, playing the part, I thought he was doing good. I didn't, I expected Breeze to be much bigger. All right, Dalton. This ain't Roadhouse. This ain't Roadhouse. Dalton, I thought he'd be bigger. Or Escape from LA. Call me Snake. You Snake Plissken? I thought he'd be bigger. Nah, I mean, I didn't think nothing of him, of picturing what the character would be. I just thought we would see a character that was teaching him the game. I was actually more surprised to see Breeze really at the top of the food chain. You ain't rolling in that vehicle and dressed like he was, and you a low level. He on the level of Snaps and Pops, or close to it. He definitely seemed like he on the level with Rock. He looked like he above what Marvin and Lulu doing. He maybe is equal or a little higher in the levels than Unique, because Unique then fell down a few notches. So I look at him as like a big fish in a way. I'm assuming, because we didn't see much. But if you pulling what you pulling and doing what you doing from dope game proceeds, then you doing all right. Now, it's a little different back then. You can get stuff done and the feds ain't as all up in your booty crack like today it could be. But still, I think Breeze is making some moves. Let me see. Ramon Hope, you say the one thing Snap said, that he was intellectual. Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't I liked him. I don't know. Y'all had so many comments while I was talking. I missed some of it. Pause. I ain't like him like that. I thought he had swag and would do it all right. I ain't like him like that. Now I ain't say let's go have a party with baby oil. I ain't say all that. I ain't say did he or did he not. I ain't say all that. Pause. But Firebender agreed. Breeze is a product of nepotism. I missed where you saying agree, who you agreeing with. I'm trying to read. Nepotism. What? How y'all figure that? If anything, Kanan is a product of nepotism. Because his mama put him on. And Lulu and Marvin in part of nepotism because they all family. I don't know what's up with Breeze. Mickey Knox. Come on, this has to be the weakest finale. Facts. Hey, put in the comments a thumbs down if y'all didn't agree with the finale, and put a thumbs up in the comments if y'all agree with it. And I'm gonna put it up on the screen and we'll see how many people agreed with this or not. Do a quick little poll. Pause. I ain't gonna do that kind of poll. I'm gonna do a, you know what I'm saying, getting people information type of poll. You got me with that pause all this time now on my damn. Amby Bambi, you said Baby Rock didn't know what hit her when Juke had that conversation with her. Hey, that was facts. That was facts, and that was a good conversation right there. And it kind of had some. It made me think a little bit about where my conversation with my parents, in a way, not in similar, but like my pops, in the sense that he think because I didn't say stuff or whatever, or I was young, I don't know, or I didn't see, or I wasn't thinking, or I wouldn't remember. And that's not the case. Like when you, and that's one reason I tried my best to not do or be or say certain things that would be looked down upon as my child got older. Of course, I still probably failed, but I tried. I know that I remembered stuff. And so when she said that, I'm like, oh, yeah, that is something similar to what we didn't, what I done been through. All right. Where's this comment at? All right. Hey, I like this comment right here with the super chat. I'm glad you did the super chat because I would have missed this comment. And I appreciate you with the super chat. I don't get many super chats. Thanks for spreading that love, man. I need every little buck I can get. But this is a good one. And I agree with you, actually. Y'all wanted Breeze for what? Damn near 10 years. Ever since they mentioned it on the OG Power Show, damn near 10 years ago. We see this dude pull up in the dope ride with swag and everybody hating. What? Really? You know what I'm going to hate on? What I thought was weak is unique. Yep. Hey, man, I'm going to say this, man. I done had a few girls in my life. I ain't going to say I done had, I'm a player or that I've been dry in need of baby oil. But I've had a few nice ladies in my life. And let me tell you something. I ain't never try to front them off like that. Yeah, you like it like this and you do that. Oh yeah, and doing that right in front of Lou. And she handled it like a G. She handled it like a G. I thought that was weak. If anything, I would have maybe walked up on her and maybe hugged her, kissed her, or something like that. And if she'd have tried to back up, I'd have been like, oh, what? We don't do this no more or something? I might have did that at the most if I was him. But I wouldn't have said all that and kept going into this and doing that and do. I think that's kind of whack in a way. I don't know. Let me get back to them thumbs up, thumbs down. I ain't forget about y'all. And then let me get to some of these other comments. So we got Robertson liked the comment. I mean, the ending. These thumbs up, thumbs down as if you like the way that the show ended. So put a thumbs up if you did like the way the show ended, and put a thumbs down if you don't. And so we got a couple that think so. Petite Delight, you say, I hate we have to wait so long for another season. Facts. You can't do that. I guess you can because they did. You shouldn't do that. Not to the fourth season. Not in the fourth season with your viewers of a spinoff, a third spinoff. Like, come on, man. Your viewers is not going nowhere. And I doubt you're going to pick up 1 million new viewers. So just give it to your viewers that's here and loyal. You know what I'm saying? Give us something. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is going to bring in more viewers. I don't think so. I think where they have their viewership is where it's going to be. and maybe it'll go up a little, maybe it'll go down a little, but I don't see it becoming something it's not already. Therefore, don't play with my emotions, Smokey. Let me know, did you pop her or not? I don't know, man. They didn't do that with Tawik and Ghost, but that was the finale. It looked like majority of y'all don't agree with this. Tracy Lee, you didn't agree with the reveal of Breeze? What? How do y'all? I don't get this. What? Robertson say he look clownish. I don't understand this, man. I really don't. I guess maybe I'm easily fooled by a nice ride, huh? You got a nice ride. Hey, pause. I don't know. Ambi Bambi, you said exactly. He had 2 minutes of screen time. Let it breathe a little. I mean, for real. Real Patriots don't fold. He laughing. We got Marvin now. G. I'm over here misread. I ain't got my glasses, but we got Marvin now, G. Fork Breeze. I make about a G a week. Fork School. Soraya. I never understood the Breeze hype. Me neither. I never did either. I think everybody in that boat don't have a problem with Breeze. And I think people that was probably thinking about it more or expecting more, it probably don't like it because you thought about it more, probably had some vision in your head or something. Only thing I thought of was some dude watching Jeopardy on the couch. That's all I ever thought of. So I ain't know no different. To see him the way he was impressive to me. I didn't expect that. I was expecting some dude in a bathrobe eating a big bowl of cereal with flip flops like he in South Central, talking about go sell that work for me. Anyway, I think the worst thing about this season is that it moved slow and nothing really got accomplished. We did see Unique back, but I think everybody expected Unique to not be dead. I think some people probably thought he was, but I think most people probably knew he was going to survive. And what? He just bothered her all season? I don't see their story. We see Kanan what? Getting tormented? Life in the game, basically. Um, I don't know. Uh, it's not that easy to put it all together. I ain't gonna say it like I got the master plan, but I don't like how this season dragged out for us to only end up on this cliffhanger with Rock. But hey, it is what it is. Now, what y'all think about Jukebox and her girlfriend? I don't know, man. They may end up being serious, but of course, typical power fashion, something might happen to her. Garcia, he all over Juke. Now, I don't know if she gonna end up being an NYPD because she real resistant, but she may end up being an NYPD. We'll see. I don't think so. I think she gonna probably leave with her girl. They may end up going through. But then again, she said, this another reason I thought Marvin was gonna go and was gonna die this episode. Because she said he was there for her. She ain't gonna leave. She'll be there for him. Well, we do know she was eventually in DC. So we don't know when that happened or what, but she eventually leaves. So maybe he's gone, and that's why she leaves. You never know. Soraya, you say Nothing happened until the last 3 to 4 episodes, and they weren't much better. I agree. We didn't see nothing really. Because what? He took out Mom Dukes, Joyce Thomas. And you know what else I couldn't believe? This is another thing that showed, and I know I ain't talking about the last 3 about what happened, but because of B Rilla and that stupidness. Why would Lulu call B Rilla to help him with Pernessa and the shorty? When I saw that, I was looking at the time like, oh yeah, this is about to go wrong. How much time they got left? Like, what? And also, that kind of goes back to proving our point. And I say our, as in people that's in the same boat as me, that Rock's organization is small. They don't have nobody. I mean, who do they trust? Lulu trusts B Rilla on an abduction? Really? Get out of here. I wouldn't have called that fool. Ain't no way in the world I would have had him on nothing like that. I was insane. Straight up. Yeah, real patriots don't fold said crazy people need love too, Craig. But yeah, man, that was crazy. Ramon Hope, they should have at least solved Detective Howard crime. What's up with that? Forgot all about that. I mean, Garcia, that's what his whole purpose is. He going from one thing to the other. Now he worried about the girl. What happened with Howard and what happened with the captain giving the speech about we won't get to the bottom of this before I retire? Why they put that in there? I don't know, man. I ain't no TV writer, but it must be hard or something to have continuity in your storytelling. Because I don't know why they would even start that up. The fly trucker said, who else do Lou have to call? Don't they have soldiers in the organization? Who works for Rock? Marvin and Lou, that's it? Really? That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have nobody else y'all could call? This makes it even worse that they took out Scrappy. Because it was like he was their only real loyal soldier. They don't have nobody. And be real of this goofball. Not only that, how y'all gonna work together in the booth when y'all got so much dirt? I don't know. I think that's a bad move. Anyway, we'll see. I'm with you, Eric Iverson. Finally, the Breeze talk is over. Well, except you ain't accurate completely. The Breeze of talk as far as who is Breeze and is this person Breeze or whatever is over, but the talk about him ain't over because now it seems people don't like him. They underimpressed, underwhelmed. The devil is a lie. That was whack. It was whack. I don't know what whack part you talking about, but if you talking about the ending and that cliffhanger, that was whack. I definitely do not agree with that. And I don't agree with the Stefano cliffhanger either. Not both in the same episode. It was unnecessary. I'm put the link in again in case anybody want to come up and chat. Look like a few of y'all don't want to chat tonight. It's all good. My damn shoulder is killing me right here for sleeping wrong. Pause. I wasn't doing that for what you call it. Keisha Charmaine. Shout outs to Shamik Moore, man. Raising Canaan fans are hurting his feelings right now. And I'm not gonna say it necessarily for the feelings thing, because hey man, you get criticism in the art world. But I will say I think he did a good job. I didn't see anything wrong with it. He didn't do enough to criticize, in my opinion. So I'm gonna give him more leeway on that. So, you know, all good. 720 says Shamik Moore did a good job as Raekwon. Yeah, he did. I forgot he was Raekwon. What's good, man? Ramon Hope. How you doing,
What's
fam?
popping? What's popping? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good to talk to you.
Same one, likewise, bro. Like, I really didn't like the ending of this season, man. Leaving us in that cliffhanger, it was the wackest thing ever. Now, I'm not saying I don't like Breeze because I always thought that Shamik was gonna be Breeze. I didn't like the way they introduced him.
Mm.
Like they made him look like too flamboyant and stuff like that. And I don't know, but
What's wrong with
we
him
might
being
have.
flamboyant? He might be like Alpo type.
Well, let's see. Let's see what happens. Now, the one thing I wouldn't like for them to do in next season is like have him in all 10 episodes. Like let this war and all this thing like calm down, and then he can start like building with Kanan, and then if they are going to finish the Thomas drug reign in season 5, have them do that, and then like we can see um
Kanan moving forward.
Kanan and Breeze doing their thing together, and then they can introduce young Ghost and Tommy and those other characters, bro.
Don't wait till episode 10 of next season to see them finally doing something.
Uh, I would like for them to like, let's say if Rock survives and they will still be like in the drug business, have them finish that arc, just sprinkle Breeze a little bit here and there. And let's say if Rock is going to jail or if she's going to snitch or something, have her do whatever she's going to do. Let's finish with the Thomases, and then we go with Kanan, Breeze, and anything that has to do with Power Origins.
Okay, I like that. I can see that. I got another person. My man Stephen Harris always come through. Steve, what's up? What you think about this finale and this cliffhanger?
I'm sit there. Pastor Snaps, though, they made it to season 5. We already know they was gonna be in there in season 5, so they wasn't getting killed off because they was gonna put them in season 5 to either much be the villains for next season. Dude, Unique was clowning Rocket either much talk about he was clapping her cheeks and all that, and then because you used to call me daddy, and then you either much know Lulu with this standing up there listening. I said if there was more, man, he would have flipped the fuck off.
Yeah, that Marvin probably would have said something. What you think about that cliffhanger though about Kanan? You think he popped Rock? You think he took out, or is what?
I don't think Kane took off because dude, Kane don't even much understand how the game need much go on the street. He just really don't. He just stupid though. Pops and Snaps just using him any kind of way because they bring it in Breeze because they either much want Rock gone and then they either much want Unique gone and Lou gone. And that's why though that he is gonna be a problem for next season.
Ramon, let me ask you this, and then Steve, you can answer. You surprised that Marvin and Lulu made it out this season? I am surprised that both of them did.
I'm not surprised.
Okay.
I for a minute they had me thinking that Marvin was going to the upper room when
Hey,
Duke was talking with with her girl.
that was a hell
I
of a
thought a
speech,
lot of
right?
yeah. So I was like, damn. But I'm disappointed because like okay, he didn't die, but at least like shoot him like have him go to the hospital, like shoot him or something.
Right.
I'm like, but let's see what's gonna happen. Like because I know for if next season starts and this war was over, bro, I will be pissed off. Now I have a question for you.
All right.
With this cliffhanger that they left us in with Rock,
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't that be a great time for Duke to come in and cut Kanan in his neck?
Yeah, but it probably won't happen, but that would make sense.
Not, because remember, Kanan left, and the first thing Duke did, she grabbed the phone trying to call Rack. So my thing is, she might be able to get there. Remember, Duke is moving in the bus, so she might come in a little bit late.
Yeah, I think somebody gonna come in and stop that, to be honest, or something. I don't know. I
That
don't like that cliffhanger personally, because like the viewers this here is the viewers this here. I don't think that's gonna make more people come and watch it like that. I think you're just messing with us, but it is what it is. Steve, what you think about I done forgot what I asked you. Oh, that that Lulu and Marvin made it out alive. I know
I mean,
some
I'm
people
happy
thought
my
it.
man Marvin Eda Mature made it out alive because I was up walking around the doors all day because everybody keep talking about it back and forth. Because I know Marvin made a few mistakes. He done dropped 8 bodies when he went over there to that white girl house, and then he went over there at them foster parents house. You know they don't care nothing about their kids. And then Marvin went in there and shot 2 of them, and then a white girl standing there with the baby. And so you know Rock though don't tell Marvin stuff. Cause like Marvin told Rock, I do whatever I want to do. That's what he told her.
Mhm. I thought that him and Rock was gonna have some type of problem the way she chewed him out. I think she chewed him out a little too hard. It reminded me of our conversation of what Slim was saying about her and him, and what we were saying in Crystal the other night about that, and how she treating him as if he the one making mistakes, and she always cleaning up his mess, and he had to tell her, you make mistakes too. You don't do everything perfect either.
And she had to clean up her son mess.
Facts. And that's one thing Unique had to tell her. You talking about Kanan coming in here, but he coming in here to talk to me about you. And you coming to talk to me about him.
but
Like,
then the other thing that pissed me off was Kanan went and spoke with Lou. Lou told him everything that happened, and yet this dude is still thinking his mom killed his girl. Like, come on, bro. Rock is not the only black lady in New York.
yeah, that's a good point. I got my man Christian Rosa. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, man?
Hey man, how you doing? What you think about this season finale and this cliffhanger? That is a good point what Ramon just said about the only black lady, but his mind ain't thinking like that. To think about Pop doing it, he ain't even thinking that way. But anyway, what you think about this finale and how this season went?
I did
Cliffhanger.
not I did not like the season. I don't think that he killed her because I think as far as writing, they if he's going to shoot her, it's gonna have to be the 2 shots to the chest and one to the head.
You
As
gonna
far as
execute
like
it,
thematically, like
right?
it might be corny, maybe, but that'll be back to like, oh, you know, like you said, to shoot my dad or whatever. Like now he's all of a sudden my father, my father. He don't even, he never even knew this dude. The dude was like, you know, kind of trying to get his mom in trouble, then trying to get him in trouble. Like
Good
he's acting
point. Good
like,
point.
yeah, he's acting like he killed all these people I love and all this and that. So, you know, I think that if he was actually going to do it, that's how they would do it. But the the Breeze reveal, I thought it was just lame. Not because the actor, not because of the way he looked. I just thought not only because they amplified it so much, but like the season went, I think it went nowhere. Like nothing
Yeah, it took
really.
too long. It took too long to get to the last really 3 episodes.
Yeah,
You
every
know, and then
season.
that recap in the first episode
Yeah,
was kind of a waste.
yep.
So
It didn't even really go to where it was. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
you have like Stefano is like, of course he made it. You know, like how you
yeah.
trying, like, you know, how you trying to kill somebody? They try to do like they did with the what's the comedian's name that Drake killed? Um, in Power.
You,
Oh, the
It's supposed to be
comedian,
the same way. It's supposed to be the same way.
Cedric the Entertainer.
No, 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 no. The comedian, he was a pastor, I think maybe.
oh, you talking about Callahan? Callahan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the way Drake did it, like they try to make it look like the same way, like the same kind of view, looking into the water and all that stuff.
Right,
with
But it's
right.
like,
Stefano.
and
What's
I'm
up,
not
man?
like,
My man, boss. Welcome to the stream.
What's up,
Appreciate you.
fam?
What's up? What's up? Going around
Cool.
getting some thoughts on this. What's your thoughts on this? On this?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I felt like the whole season was really a filler, but all the last ones been straight heat, straight bangers. You feel me? Kept us on the edge of our seats. So I feel like we just gotta have a little faith. Maybe we needed that to get to the little bridge, cross the bridge, get to where we need to go. It might be better next go round, but I ain't gonna lie. The best part about the finale to me was Marvin surviving and Rock getting a boot smoked by my boy Kanan. You feel me?
You think Rock got smoked?
In power fashion. I feel like that's what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Yeah,
I don't like that Marvin survived.
Wow,
neither do
man,
I.
this guy's I ain't gonna lie, man. This man ain't doing nothing but trying to eat good.
He my
Treat his
favorite.
daughter.
Marvin, that's my man. Though. That's my
Look,
favorite character.
look, my boy out there doing good, checking on his goddaughter. You feel me? He handling business out there like John Wick. They can't hit him.
John Wick.
I mean, yeah, and they trying to try to unalive my man Marvin off Power Racing Cannon.
Yeah, that's
my
crazy.
my problem with it is that Marvin then had so many issues and problems and things, and even when he what did he do this episode when he took out early Tyler? We didn't even talk about that. He touched the doorknob again with no hand.
Yeah.
Why they don't make
With
it?
no
He
gloves.
took the people food. He took the
Dude,
people
Man,
food.
I don't get this, man.
that
This dude with a big heart.
remind me of Ghost when he went to Angela Apartment way back in season 3 and he took his gloves
And
off
we're like that.
and he put his
The
fingers on
window.
the window.
Yeah.
That's retarded.
Right, retarded for real. Hey, so like Marvin, my favorite. I don't want him to go, but the where they are writing it and they're
Yeah.
giving that speech, Go ahead, Chris.
I ain't gonna lie. The only my bad.
So okay, so I'm with Jay on it, right? And not specifically anybody. The reason I don't think that it works is because yes, you're gonna have fans that are like, we want all these guys to stay alive, right? So then we already know we cannot kill Kanan. We know we cannot lose Jukebox. So then that's stagnant. That is, it's not just looking at it as 4 years. 4 years means 40 episodes, almost 40 hours of stagnation. And then people are going to be like, I hope he makes it another 10. Like, there's nothing to even be like nervous about because they're going to introduce somebody, some random guy, some random chick, and then maybe they die. But it's like, we don't even know these people. Like, we're
Yeah.
not connected to these people. It
Yo, can
doesn't
I
really
say
matter.
something?
I feel like that's why I felt like it's good to get Rock out the way. Because to be honest with you, I liked her way too much. I didn't even feel like the show was Kanan's show no more. I like Rock. I was like, shit, this Rock show basically, she
Oh
running
yeah,
things.
I agree. I felt like it's been her show to all 4 seasons. To be real with you,
She
It
carried it.
is, yeah.
yeah, she the star of the show. She needs to go. I just don't want him to do it.
I feel like it won't be right for anybody else to get so close to her because she like that for real. This lady just smoked her mama boots. You feel me? Like she don't even play. You feel me? So to me, for anybody else to get that close, like basically she close. She letting him do it. She didn't even put up a fight. She straight up closed the eyes. She embraced it. You feel me?
And what she couldn't have did nothing.
bro.
Yeah,
Now
true. He had the ups on him.
Yeah,
Kanan
she
could
don't
have
know
shot somebody in
nobody.
the window.
Ramon, what was you saying?
I said that when he said that Rock took out her mom. Like at the beginning, I was like, when it happened, I was like, man, ain't no way she took her out. But when Lou explained, like told Kanan
Mhm.
what happened, like I
Yo, when
understood
you
it.
do that to your mama, my
Because,
mama gonna have to suffer, G. I'm gonna tell you right now, G.
bro,
Man, man,
no,
man.
I don't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it myself. But the way he explained it to Kanan, he was like, man, she had the balls to do it. Now we have seen Marvin take out almost 15 people
Bruh,
just
Nadia
in
will
his
pull a trigger and kill somebody. Bruh. That's
like
too much to
like
take.
Yeah, your mom's is a different.
that's a different animal.
That's
Like
Yeah.
like
So
that's
let
a
me say,
different
since you
animal.
brought out that explanation, do you agree with that? I see what he's saying, but I didn't agree with it necessarily. Like, yeah, she may be hard or this or that, or you can look at it as maybe heartless or cold hearted, or maybe she just I don't know. I don't. And if he looked at it as him and Marv were weak for not doing it, you can look at it as being more compassionate also.
that's what I felt like. I felt like damn, because you care about your mama and you care about her enough to not do that. You think it's a bad thing, man? Like you
Right.
supposed to love your mama like that, to not want to have that confliction. You get what I'm saying?
Right. And you not weak if you would have did that and you would have felt bad about it. That's a human emotion.
Exactly. Exactly. The
Yeah.
fact that Rock doesn't feel bad about it, she holds it like a badge of honor, bro. Bruh, come on, she is straight up like the Chinese dude told her. You're a monster. You don't even know it, but you a straight. She a beast.
For
She
real.
wear that. That's Lou even out there bragging on what she did. You know?
Bro, now another thing, I have a question for all you guys. Do you guys think that bringing back Unique was a waste of time in this season? Because like other than killing OC,
They didn't
what
use it right.
like what is this dude? Because this dude has been complaining all this of season 4, talking about rock. Like
Let me ask
if I
y'all
would
this.
have
How long y'all think this season was? Like as far as a time period? Because like this episode and last episode, it seemed like it was the same day or one day. Because I the reason I asked you that is you just brought up Unique, and I'm thinking he never really made no money and made a come up yet.
Oh,
He stole
he
Kanan money. That's how he got it.
he
What he
stole
got
Kanan
money.
money.
Yeah,
Like
so he really
he has
ain't
to,
did
you don't have no product, you don't have nothing.
nothing. He ain't did nothing. When you said a waste, I'm like, yeah, I guess he kind of ain't really accomplished
it
nothing
said it
yet.
was November 92. November 92 it said.
And so, how long you think this? So the 10 episodes. How long you think it took place? Y'all in the comments, let me know. I'm gonna say maybe a month, 2 months. No,
I
because
think so.
back. So
No,
maybe I don't know, 2, 3 months, maybe.
it's gotta be a few months because the progression on the sickness,
No,
Yeah,
it
I
can
think
Even
I
be
when
think
we
2 weeks.
first came in,
um
he was back in the end of the season, but it showed us like Unique getting better. So it went through months really of him getting
well
healing and stuff like that.
okay.
I think remember the first season, the first episode, they was giving us like what happened during for 6 months in the first episode. from 2 to 10, I think it's probably max 3 months.
told us Famous was missing for 3 months.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Okay. So yeah, it's been about 6 months or so total, maybe. This. So yeah, I get. And then the first few months, Unique was trying to get healed and stuff, but yeah, I guess you're right. He ain't really did much. Steve, what's up with you, man? What you think about Unique this season?
Because Unique though, I mean, he disappointed. He done took over Rock organization, done killed off those Chinese people and stole our product. And Unique though done took out Kane friend OC.
So you think he did good this season, or he didn't do enough?
No, he ain't doing enough because you know why? Because he was trying to get a product from Corn. That's what he was trying to get, and then Marvin ended up taking him out, and he stole the product. I'm
Yeah.
telling that was Unique Connect. That was Unique Connect. He was gonna get his connection from a rocket end up.
Got him up out of there.
You got him up, got Marvin. I mean Corn up out of there because he ain't like a rock though.
Hey, Christian, what's up? What you gonna say?
If you really think about it, Unique was hiding in rooms the whole time.
Really? Yeah.
Hey, sometimes you gotta play checkers though. You feel me? Like he had the element of
Yeah, but I don't want
surprise.
to
He
show
really
him that.
could have did more damage.
I wouldn't watch a show about chess.
Yeah, but I mean, if you really done been in some
Power
warfare
move.
in life, you know what I mean. You understand that Russian, that'll be what you want 3 minutes of frame, or you wanna live a little bit. You know what I mean? It's all about
So
that.
okay, so that's what I mean with like the problem with like them listening to the fans too much. If you keep going with like, oh yeah, let's keep this guy, let's keep this guy, let's keep this guy, we're just gonna keep the same people the whole time. So you're trying to make a power show about drug dealers. You're trying to turn it into an ensemble cast. You can do that with a show like Succession because there's not people just shooting each other.
Right, right.
You're doing a show about people that want to take each other out, want to take each other's spot, and nobody's doing it. And then when they try it, nobody succeeds. So then we're stagnant. That's what I mean.
That's a good point.
You're
Yeah,
bringing new people in and you kill them, and you keep the same people.
I just like Unique because he fly, your brother, he getting that loot. You feel me? Hey, back from the dead like Cheat Key.
I like Unique. I don't think they using him right. I like Marvin. I don't think they should have put him in those positions that make it look like he about to get whacked. You know what I mean? And giving all this
like nothing happened. Ain't no.
Yeah, so it's just some of the things they put him in. I think they misused him or whatever. What else? I don't where we was talking about Neek. So basically, he was wanting to smash Rock and couldn't. I don't know why he didn't. He could have just came back and did because he found out she didn't do his brother to his face. He know what he's still doing this for. What she didn't set him up.
I think he too deep. He can't. He done got this person against this person against this person. So now if he try to be cool with her, he go look weak. Everybody else they go try to take him out because they go feel like, oh, this man, he will.
But he still hasn't done anything. So it's still weak then, if that's the case.
Yeah,
like,
I mean
that's the point of like
seen him was him grabbing the fiber. We didn't see him do nothing.
Like he was literally threatened to his face when he had more of his people that they're gonna go after his son and lady.
That's what I need Rock up
and
out
did nothing.
Got too much plot on him.
That's another thing I don't like because that wasn't realistic in my opinion. Yeah, Rock and Lulu are not gonna walk into their spot and
they got no guns.
Exactly, dude. Check no guns and say we'll take your people too. Just try us. What?
And walk away.
No,
yeah,
they wouldn't have
give you the chance to take my family, bro.
Right. You already didn't show that you popped somebody in there. So
yeah,
there it is.
Again,
painting the carpet.
But who did he kill though? Who did he kill? A guy that doesn't matter. That's what I mean.
That's plot armor.
And hopefully
exactly.
Because if they
we get mad when it's Tariq. We get mad when it's Tariq. But everybody
Yeah,
else
I
is
like
okay.
Tariq. Don't say we.
Nah,
You know what I mean? The general.
I don't
I'll
like
play with you, man.
I don't like Tariq.
Hey, I fuck with him, man. He badass shit.
Hey, you know what she should have did? She should have called him on the phone and said that.
Yeah.
That would have been cool then. That'd have been realistic. Hey, look here. Hey, look
Yeah.
here, nigga. Hey, you messing with ours, we gonna mess with yours. Oh, you that.
But
And
then
that would
walking
have
into a Lions den, bro, and coming out unscathed, just nothing. Ain't nobody slap her when she talk about taking your family or nothing.
Right. And it's just them two. Like
and
I can see if she had 10 men outside.
And Lou was getting up on him, and ain't none of his dudes like move towards Lou or nothing. Like they would have stopped him or nothing. I'm like, damn,
for real.
They gonna let Lou and Rock do unique up in the shop.
Yo, the writing.
Boys, you know, they don't like New York anyway. They probably tired of working for him already.
Right.
Yep. Because I mean, Unica though is completely I mean, you know why they bought it? He thought it was Rockwell the one took out was trying to kill him, but it was never her. Because it was his brother running, because when he was the one to beat him in the head multiple times with that pipe, and was the one kicked him down the hill. And the writers ended up bringing his character back.
Shout out to Ramon Hope, man. We lost you. I wanted to say something earlier, but thanks for coming through. Christian, you was about to say something.
Like that's supposed to be like a tense thing, but then they focus more on like Lulu basically being like upset that his sister slept with a guy, instead of like, yo, we're threatening to come after your family. That should be the focus, not like you got with this guy and he called you daddy. What, you called him what? Like that shouldn't be a focus like that.
Nah. Yeah. But you know what? Lulu should have asked her, like, what the hell? I thought y'all was sleeping. When did that?
I think that's what it was too. I think it was more Unique trying to sow that division between them. You feel me? He's putting that in Lou's head, like, man, yo, you out here fighting for her? Man, I was just knocking that down, bro. You tripping? She out here hot at me for what?
I know, right? And shout out to the fly trucker. He said he from this era. I am too. Although they are older than me. In 92, I was in 8th grade.
Man,
I was in 8th grade, but we grew up fast though. But I wasn't doing this though. Not that fast, but
man, I was 12 going on 21. You feel me?
Hey, for real. But I ain't gonna say I was Kanan in 8th grade. But I do know kids that was and stuff and doing this and that. Like, you know, it wasn't out there, but no, I wasn't that. But he said that was called.
But I do know, like, bro, say parlays, yeah, that was a thing. But come on, bro, let's be honest. When you talk about people, families and stuff like that, man.
Look how the parlay went with
humans.
Tony Danza and what you call it?
Exactly.
Phil Russo.
He taught that hot stuff.
You got to be careful on the parlay. Straight up.
And they was at a park.
For real.
They had them in a whole
in broad daylight
that they own.
Hit them with the pig sticker. Straight up. Which I didn't know why he only hit him once. If you're gonna take that, you gotta.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That was crazy to take that chance like that and miss.
You're not even really trying then.
For real.
It's like
for real. So that's stuff that
y'all peeped at the scene, whatever scene they showed us with Jukebox and whoever crying in the car, that wasn't in this episode. So I'm pretty sure that's like a episode. I don't know if y'all seen that clip. It's like basically a part of the trailer for this episode. And you see like Juke hugging somebody crying in like a car, but it wasn't in this episode. So
yeah, but that happens. That happens
next season or something.
They're not forced to put what's on a trailer.
Yeah, I know that now, but I'm like, damn, that's like the burning of the pavilion and the fish shop. I thought that was gonna be in the beginning. Last episode.
They ain't give the Jersey ain't give Neek the okay to do that until after he went after what you call it.
So the last 9 minutes.
And he knew it
Exactly.
was over. He like, man, I need somebody to put this on. This boy finna wear this.
Right,
Yo, they
right.
say
That was
Unique.
kind of whack.
Unique, go quick. The episode's gonna end. Go, Unique, go.
Trying to get him to clean it up before anybody even know he had anything to do with anything.
Christo Black, you say, Jay, I was a kid in the 90s, but there were no cameras. It was cameras. What you talking about? Where? No, it's not like today,
No,
but
not
there were
Times
cameras
Square
on
and shit.
business.
Times Square is crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure. But businesses and certain, like a bank and stuff like that, that go by certain stuff, yeah, they had cameras, but everywhere has got a camera now. Ramon, welcome back, man. We lost you for a minute.
Yeah, man. I clicked on something and it kicked me out.
Yeah, it's all.
Man, Phil Russo was man. Shit.
Good Scott.
Dude,
Phil
yeah,
Russo.
Phil Russo,
That's your
yeah,
boy.
Phil
Steve.
Russo, though. Can you hear?
Yeah, we hear you. I say that's your boy, Phil Russo.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I like rooting for the underdog though, and he with Unique. So
I
right
mean,
now,
dude, Phil
you know what I'm
Russo
saying?
didn't need much. Him and Stefano, they didn't need much make a deal while they was on top of
Yeah,
the roof when he
Lil
got
and
stabbed. When he got stabbed.
I I know Phil Russo. Phil Russo is pissing in his boots, wishing for Stefano to die because
Yeah.
he knows, man. Once Stefano, if he survives, like
It's
Jersey
over
is done.
for
Yeah,
real.
Jersey
because
is
it's gonna
done.
be a war. It's gonna be a war if Stefano survive next season
Imagine even
between.
if Jersey find out that Phil Russo is the one that took out Sal.
Oh yeah, he in trouble too. 'Cause he gonna
Imagine if
tell.
his wife, if Sal's wife find out.
Oh,
They coming for his neck. Them Jersey boys gonna be coming for his neck.
hey.
Hey, they gonna be playing bowling with his little noggin.
One thing I didn't get is that why shoot up and burn up everybody's business? Because all they're gonna do is blow up your stuff. So it's like it ain't like unless you
Right now, he don't
operate.
got no stuff. All he got is the blocks. Remember,
Because he's thinking Rock still has
Unique
the
on the block.
transportation. So he's trying to cut everything. But now my question is, where is the new shipment that Rock had? Like because she got product last episode. So that product that she got from my fees. So that's my question.
She got another way to possibly get taken out because if they don't have no way to sell it, that's what they were basically shutting down her spots. Well, how you gonna pay this dude?
Yep.
And you didn't pushed him to set up this shop in another country, talking about he taking too long and this and that, and rushing the hell out of this dude. And then you ain't even giving no money on fixing up nothing. Talking about that's your problem. This guy,
So
nah, that's your problem. Where my money?
That's how they
you
do it. Though.
know,
You know what the Italians say? Your mother's dead. Fuck you. Pay me.
Hey, like
bro.
Jay-Z. They gotta come up with Jay-Z's money every week.
You know when I thought that Kanan, when I thought Kanan was going to snap into reality when they was having that parlay with Breeze and Pop says something about the Italians. I don't know if y'all peeped that look Kanan gave her,
They said he
but
gonna be working with Unique and the Italians.
They said Unique right now. They basically said Unique for now. Like I
Short
think
term.
that's
He
gonna
said
make it
short
a little
term.
crazy
he
because
said
Short term.
They putting together a little dope boy dream team up in this piece. They recruited Kanan like he a damn 5-star McDonald's All-American. He go, no, up and
He
coming
one
right here.
athlete. What they talk about?
Right. He averaged 30 bags.
Yeah, Kane don't even much know this
30
dude. He don't even
bags
much
for the
know
game,
Breeze.
8
he didn't
boards.
even know. He
I
didn't
ain't
Kanan,
gonna
even
lie.
know he was.
I'm mad at Kanan for not suspecting of all this. How they
Kanan is
calling
brawny.
him out. Why you didn't think about the only other woman in your life that is in the game, which is Pops. That's the only woman.
Yeah, because Pops and Snaps
power
need
like
much
his mama.
playing you. And he blaming
bro.
his mama right that she the one been taking out his friends, the one took out Crystal and took out his friends famous, but he don't have no idea it's Snaps and Pops. They is the one the puppet behind that.
Yeah, but he not watching the
Bro,
show though.
my
He's not
thing
a
with
character in the
Kanan,
show.
You know,
my thing with
I mean, yeah,
Kanan
they've
is
been lying to him. They've been lying to Kane,
my thing
causing
with
negativity a
Kanan.
lot of him.
Hold on, go ahead,
My
Ramon, and then we go
my
to.
issue with Kanan since episode 1, season 1, is him not taking not one piece of accountability for D. Wilson's death. Bro, your mom told you straight up, leave that dude alone. The only reason Kanan killed that dude because he liked that girl. And he thought he was gonna have that girl. But he's not
That's
taking
the
no
whole reason we have the show
accountability.
though.
It's like, bro, it's like, bro, stop blaming your mom. She's just fixing like
It
your
sounds like you
mistake.
feel about him the way I feel about Tariq. You don't like him.
Nah,
Yeah, you
bro.
can hear in the
Like
bro voice when he
I,
talking.
the very not,
I like young
bro.
Kanan
The very first season, I hated Young Kanan.
better
Like
than
if I could go back to all the reviews and all the lives that you would like, I was in your lives killing Kanan,
Yeah.
calling
I
Kanan all
don't
kind
think
of
he's
stuff.
smart and this and that, but I like him better than Tariq because I can relate to him better than somebody already rich doing this and doing.
Makes sense.
I can't stand Tariq at all. I don't like none of him. I don't like why he did what he did, the whole
And
thing.
he took out his own father.
I don't
Man,
like his
he
voice. I
already
don't
had
like
a
none of
million
that.
dollar trust fund and lost it. And then at the end, the way they made it,
And Tyreek either must lost his inheritance from Braden uncle. Cause you know
Almost, he
when
did
beginning to bring up,
lost.
He lost it.
it
He
was
did
treason,
lose it.
Hey,
hey, for
nah,
real, for
but I ain't
real.
gonna lie though. Y'all gotta give my boy Tariq some credit. He did kind of straighten up towards the end. You
Oh
feel
no,
me?
I hate that,
Nah,
man. I hate
nah,
that.
Don't say fuck that.
nah.
He figured
The
it
only thing
out
I like,
in the last episode. He did.
the
Hey,
only thing I liked about Force is that they didn't kill my baby Effie. That's
Uh,
the only thing I liked about Power Book
Ghost?
2.
You mean
They didn't
Ghost?
kill
hey,
her, bro.
let me get to Christian waiting patiently over there. I want to say this right quick. If I was Kanan, I wouldn't expect or suspect Pops to have done nothing either, though, because he don't. They really moved in a different way. It would have threw me off. I would have thought they wouldn't do that type of stuff, but that's just me. They would have fooled me.
after Kristen talk, I got something to add and
All right, go
piggyback
ahead,
off.
Christian. Then we get to boss. Go ahead,
Wait.
Christian.
So wait, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I thought you were about to ask me something.
Oh no, I thought you had something to say. My bad. Go ahead,
Oh no,
boss.
no.
Oh, this is what I was gonna say. But I like the way Snaps and Pop move because they protecting their investment. They protecting their 401k. You know what
Hey,
I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
think about it. I mean, famous, he was kind of goofy. You know what I'm saying? He did let Rock put the fire in his bag. Like, who would let? I don't care if it's somebody mom. Like, who gonna just not say nothing and let you go to school with the fire in your bag?
good
So
point. Forgot
to
about
me,
that.
that was kind
Now,
of so now
the only reason,
I don't know, but all right. After Pops got to talking to Crystal, she got to talking and telling her what Kanan said. You feel me? Oh, the only person you thinking, I felt like she thought, oh, well, she betrayed his trust now. You feel me? It's like protecting your kid, your investment. They trying to make sure Kanan goes far, regardless of. So they got to make sure the right people around him. That's why they erased everybody around him, and they're inserting other people around him.
like,
I
and
like how you
then,
explain that. You got a point. I can see that. I didn't
like,
think of it that way, but go ahead. Right, let me get to you right quick, Ramon. Let me get to Christian right quick, then Ramon.
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, Christian.
I think one of the problems is that like everybody is in charge and nobody is in charge.
Yeah.
So when we listen
Right.
to the next person speak, they're all in charge. Then we go to the next one, they all run it. We don't even know. And of course, like Raquel has 5.5 people for the whole crew. You know,
If that
Just
much.
and she be hoeing her brothers half the time. She just
yeah,
hurting feelings like crazy. I'm like, damn, she talking to these dudes like that. These the dudes who got her back the most. Like she be
Right.
talking crazy to them boys. I ain't gonna lie.
I hate how she talked to Marvin this episode. I know my man Slim was upset about that one.
Boy, say I'm out of here.
But yeah, go ahead, Ramon. What was you about to say?
Man, with I would have snaps and pops in my suspect list just because of Ronnie. Because remember, bro, Ronnie had this obsession, like he wanted to take out Famous so bad. Like Kanan should at least know that Ronnie might have said something to Snaps and Pops. Like you should think about it. Now, another thing I didn't like is like I don't know if you remember in the first episode when um Kanan's the stash house, they got robbed and Unique had bumped into Crystal. Crystal never told Kanan anything.
Yeah, she
Well,
should
she
have
said
said
she
that.
bumped into an ugly man from outside.
Well, yeah, she did.
Like
So
she
she
never
did.
described,
She
but
did
like she never described Unique, like because that's that was a lost opportunity. But I guess they just want everybody to play Kanan like for the next season. I don't know why, but she lost a perfect opportunity to like describe this dude, and Kanan would have at least know. Okay, so he already robbed me once. He probably took my money.
Yeah, he didn't even figure
Boom.
that out this season. Who robbed him? Christian, you wanted to say something?
Nah, he knows OC took the money.
Yeah,
He
but he
knows
don't know
OC
that
took the
really.
money, but he don't know
That
who
was
he
really
was
unique.
working with.
Yeah, it was really unique because OC was working, like you say, for unique. But Christian, what you want to say right quick? We go to Steve.
so I think sometimes people get a little confused balancing what we know because we saw the show versus what each character knows about each other character. So,
Right,
um, what is it? Pops and snaps and pops, right?
right,
So
right.
they don't show that they deal with killing anybody. They don't show any of that. We know that because we saw a lady holding a gun. But to
Right.
everybody else, they pretend it's just the business side. Yes, we had a moment where Raquel tried to tell Kanan, they did all this stuff first. But of course, he's been tunnel vision the whole time. If this is 6 months, then for 6 months, he's been plotting, planning, and all that on how to get his mom because he's sold on that being,
Man,
what she did.
man, Kanan been tunnel vision with Rock since '88.
Jay Z. Uh, Steve, you got anything you want to say on this?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because Kane either much getting caught up with the wrong people. I said, dude, why is you around Pops and Snaps though either much working for them? They just using you, they playing you, they walking all over you and spitting all over you. And you know deep down inside though,
He
Pops and
don't know
Snaps
that.
though, yeah, they ain't loyal. Pops and Snaps ain't loyal to nobody but themselves.
But we know that. But like Christian say, Kanan don't know that.
No, Kanan don't know that by a heartbeat. He don't really much know that because he
That's,
is they
yeah,
using him is
you got to separate the show
Right.
viewer versus the show character.
Right. Yeah. If that's what I said if I was Kanan, they would have fooled me because I would always see them, sitting back and at a business type level, and they ain't out running the streets
yeah,
chasing
and he don't
people.
know they behind they the puppet master behind famous death
Exactly.
and the puppet master behind Christendom death. Kane don't know nothing about that.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, that's why it's really kind of good though. It's all kind of good right now because that little plot, just because he don't know all that, I feel like that's good. You feel me? It's going
But
good
I'm
because
telling you, going into next season though, he once he put it all together though. Once he develop, he's gonna find out
I
going
don't
into
think he
season
won't.
5 next year.
I really don't think Kanan is the one that's gonna put it all together. I think Juke is the one that will do it
Oh yeah, Juke
yeah,
because
but
is gonna be
she's
the one
as
that put
long as
all
you
she's
like
all the
that, and
pieces
you got
together.
people who looking out for you in ways that a lot of people never looked out for you. You feel me? Even as far as respecting you as like your own person. You feel me? Like you won't know they was tricking you until like you grow up. You grow up and you look back on them days and you like, damn man, they had me out here slinging all this and I was getting, you feel me, this and they was getting that, and yeah, it
Yeah,
be like
that's
that
true.
sometimes.
Let me get to Robbie Blue. Welcome to the chat. What's up?
Good
What you think
morning.
about this finale? You was waiting patiently. I ain't see you down there. My
No,
bad.
no, you good. Good morning, brother Jay. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I look forward to getting your feedback after the shows, and I'm hearing everybody's theories of what they're saying, so I'm enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I ain't gonna lie, I was a little disappointed in the finale because I wanted more. I felt like it needed to be like another episode. But then we also have to understand that the actor who played Ronnie, he had to dip on the show, which probably caused them to do a lot of rewrites. See, they
I
could
didn't
have
know
probably
that.
had a whole think about it. They had a whole nother different because Unique was not supposed to come back.
Really?
See, do the research. Yeah, yeah. What's his name was not supposed to come back
He
at
was
the
going
end.
on
Joey
tour.
Badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Joey Badass was not going to come back initially, so I think he did a really good job considering that they say, "Hey, man, we need you back because Homeboy's going to be in another series." I think the reason why they left it the way they did it, and I say this as a Star Wars fan, right? Because I know why,
I'm a
like when
big
they have.
Star Wars fan.
So what they do sometimes when they know they have to do some plot changing, they're trying to keep everything canon. So they're trying to make sure everything lines up for Power Origins. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
talking
I think
George Lucas Star Wars because the new Star Wars is all
right.
right, right.
So what I'm thinking is think about all these roads lead to Ghost. Why does Ghost behave the way he behaves? Because the way Snaps and Pops move, Breeze is gonna pick up some of that. That's why Kanan ends up becoming greasy like them. Because up to this point, I'm thinking as y'all talking, has Kanan caught any bodies up to this point in 4 seasons?
No, the only body I think he the much caught, but running when he took
Oh
him
yeah,
out.
Yeah,
Ronnie. Yeah,
that's
Ronnie.
it. That's about it.
oh
Go
yes,
ahead.
because D
Yeah,
Wiz
that was
killed
way
Buck
back in
20.
episode 2
Oh
at
yeah,
the end.
Buck
Yeah.
20. Yeah. Oh
So
wait, D
so
Wiz did
so
it.
D Wiz
it's
was
for
the
that.
one that pulled the trigger on
It's
Buck
for
20.
that.
But
It's for
Kanan,
that reason. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, my bad, bro. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Rob.
Now I was gonna say it's for that reason that I don't think Kanan shot his mother because they're trying to make you think it's a parallel between Tariq and Kanan. You know what I'm saying? About like somebody killing the parent. If
You know that
anything,
famous quote:
go
"You
ahead.
ain't a killer. You ain't a killer till you kill someone you love."
Right.
We're gonna get to you next,
But
Christian. I'll let Robbie finish his thought right quick.
I'm gonna land my plane. But you got to also think about the biblical pun in it. Raising Canaan. Cain kills a brother. You know
Okay.
what I mean? A male. So who's to say that he may end up killing his uncle? He may end up killing somebody else in Breeze. He may put, you know what? He may be the one who puts Ghost up to kill old boy Breeze
Huh.
later on. Because I think Jukebox is going to become a cop, and that's how she's going to discover the dirty cops. And she's going to have Garcia do that research. But I'm going to land my plane there. Y'all go ahead.
Okay. That's a good theory. Interesting. I didn't think about it that way, but interesting.
Right.
Go
But
ahead. Let me get to Christian right quick. Then we get to you, Steve. Go ahead, Chris.
Like back to the line. I think a lot of us. I don't want to say anybody here, but I think a lot of us really held on to this one line more than any show I've watched in my entire life. That you're not a real killer until you kill somebody you love. So we know he has to kill one of these three people. I know that he just said that it could be somebody else. But we've been watching 4 seasons of these three people. Obviously Jukebox is later. So he has to kill one of those three. Like, or
And
else,
in a way,
what
does
are
he
we
really
watching?
love Rock?
Mm,
That's the thing
I know that's what I
because
mean by
he-
you can't always. Every season cannot be him hating her because then if he kills her, oh yeah, cool. You've hated
Now
her
we
the
can
whole
go home.
time. You've
Right.
hated her for 50 episodes, and let's say you kill her in the last one on the next one, right? Because I don't really see the show working without. I think she's the best actress on the show.
Oh yeah.
And when it comes to dialogues, if you watch any of the big dialogues on the show, it's all her, and she is carrying everything. Um, but a lot of times they do get us with stuff like some people might have gotten oh like okay maybe she killed him, maybe she didn't, right? Cliffhanger, right? That's a way to get you to come in the next time like, oh man, I can't wait, right? Now you have the title. The title says give me the weight, something like that. So when it
For
comes,
this
you're watching
okay.
I think it's give me the weight. So when you're watching a
Yeah.
drug related show, it's supposed to imply one
Product.
direct thing, like one literal thing, right? Which would be like give me the weight of like the drugs that we thought that Raquel has now, that you will feel that they will come up because they literally showed them and
I think
they
he's
didn't
talking
come up
about the
again.
emotional weight. Like Rock took the weight from her mama. He gonna
They
Yeah,
take the
doing
weight
a
exactly.
from
double
Rock.
entendre
Yeah.
with that.
So every
With
time you have a title, that's why I don't like titles in shows. I rather it be 101, 102, because
well
you
both of you all are right. They doing a double entendre. They
that's what I
trying
mean.
to
That's what I mean.
say
Every time,
the
every single
emotional
time it's
weight
like
to
that.
talking like drug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's every
Uh,
episode. It's every
yeah.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
did it
You
better
know,
than
And can
Ozark,
I
but yeah.
say that Breeze actually no Kanan didn't have nothing to do with Breeze dying, remember? That's why Kanan got locked up. And he said that, oh, Ghost had a plan, I wasn't with it. So they got me locked up and they killed Breeze because basically Breeze took the
nah.
bars. You feel me?
Yeah,
No,
I'm with you. He's
with
not with you.
Breeze,
I'm with you.
um I think what happened is the plan that you saying that Ghost had. Remember, Ghost was always thinking going legit. Kanan, the only thing Kanan knows is the streets, corners, this, that, and the other. Kanan was not letting Ghost and Tommy do what the Ghost wanted to do. I think, if I'm not
he
mistaken,
was above them.
they think
But wasn't it
Yeah.
20
no,
years later
but
they were
I think
still in the
Hack,
street?
but
They
um,
worked for Kanan, and Kanan worked for Breeze.
yeah,
So Ghost had to
Breeze had,
open him out. He loved
yeah,
Kanan like a brother, so he'd have rather work with him. But like you say, I ain't with taking out Breeze.
And he didn't want to kill
I
Kanan. They didn't want to
don't,
kill Kanan.
Oh,
Tasha
they
told
said
him
I
that.
they
don't know.
killed.
I think they kill. I think they take out. I think they took out. Kanan had Ghost take out Breeze first, and
I think
Kanan
Breeze was
went
first.
on top.
Or
Like,
they was
and
probably same
Kanan took
time,
over.
give or take a few days or week or whatever. They was probably real close because if he took out, think about it this way: if he kind of was talking to Kanan about the plan, and then he say I ain't with it, but then you kill Breeze, then he would be on
Exactly.
his
You got to
P's
get
and
him right away.
Q's.
You got to get
Yeah,
him
like
immediately.
you on some BS. I'm watching you. I can you blah, blah, blah. And then if you get Kanan arrested first, he could make a call from the pen. Hey, this is the plan.
Now,
You want it?
now remember, we are
Easy.
going on, we are
Yeah.
going on most likely, theories that we heard before, and most of these are Courtney's idea. So we have to remember we have somebody new in charge. So they might throw a lot of curveballs in the writing of like power origins and stuff like that. So because for what I understood is that um Breeze and Kanan took out Ghost's father.
I ain't never.
So that was
Yeah, but they
that
said
was
he
one
was
of the
ratting
theories
them.
I
He
heard.
was snitching.
that was one of the theories I heard. And then if you listen to when Uncle Gabe come to the show, he tells Tariq that he told Ghost's father to pay them. So they were probably extorting dude, and dude was like, nah. And they took him out, and probably Ghost, when Ghost realized about it, he went and spoke with Kanan about it. Kanan said, nah, that wasn't me, that was Breeze. And that's why Ghost took out Breeze and continued to work with Kanan. And when Ghost wanted to expand, like go legit with the laundromats and stuff like that, Kanan was like, nah, we're gonna do these corners. Then Ghost decided instead of killing him, sending him to jail, putting some money aside for him.
I ain't
And
gonna
when he
lie.
come
Hey,
out,
Be
boom.
upset.
let's that. I think these is theories, and we could go forever on that. Let's
Yeah,
try to stick
there's
with
three thousand. There's three
Yeah,
thousand
and
videos
I'd
on
be upset
theories.
if they just
right.
completely forget all of OG
And my
Power's
computer on.
skeleton and
Yeah.
try to go to
Well,
something
you know,
else.
you
Like,
guys
no,
got me thinking though. Based on
It
all of
is
that,
good
story we
in
was hearing
thinking,
about.
but
uh,
you
no,
know,
no, it just makes me ponder on this because I'm thinking, how long do Snaps and Pops stay in the storyline? Are they around before Breeze gets killed? Because this is how I'm thinking. If I'm Ghost and Breeze is too little to me, I'm thinking Breeze is gonna learn from Unique about how to like fake his death. Like Breeze is gonna be like a legend. Like it's better to be in the shadow. He's also going to learn from Breeze through snaps and pops that the goal should be to get out the game. But he's going to understand, like, if you deal with crooked cops and you move shady and you play people against each other, the ultimate game is to get out like far and clear. I think something happens to make Ghost feel like I'm gonna play the game, but my ultimate game is to get out clean. You know what I'm saying? His only downfall was his own son, ironically.
yeah, I don't agree with the
I don't
ultimate
I
thing
don't
is
think I
down.
don't
I don't
He
like
had
it
a
right
lot of
now.
downfalls, man.
Well,
but I
I
don't
don't
think
think
I
so.
don't think Snaps and
I
Pops.
think Tasha was his biggest.
And
I
Angie,
don't
Tasha and Angie, both of them.
I
Well,
don't think
That man was sleeping with the woman, knowing she trying to catch him, still trying to crack the back. He just in love,
yeah, that
being
was
goofy,
bad. That was
just
bad.
goofy.
Do you think Angie's related to Famous in some type of way?
nah
That would be
nah.
one hell of
Yo,
All
a
Puerto
remember
twist.
Rican.
when,
All
when
Puerto
Tariq
Ricans are
killed
related.
her nephew?
Right. It's like New York got more Puerto Ricans than Puerto Rico now, so it's like that would be very rare. There you
Yeah, the
go.
New Yorkers don't play, man.
Hell no. But that would be interesting and funny, but I don't like how they kind of make too many people know each other as it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Especially in New York. I
New
said
York's
that
pretty big.
yeah, I said that on Godfather of Harlem. Because they got everybody know each. They got
Do
Tupac
y'all
mama
think we
now
gonna
in
get to
there.
see Ghost and Tommy? Then it's gonna be a cliffhanger. Then we're gonna have to wait till Power Origins to really get that.
Yeah, though.
That's how I think it's gonna be.
Shoot, I need to get my damn
I
cord.
think Jukebox gonna be in that season. I mean, if we
Hold
don't
up,
get
I got
Paul
a question
Orgies
for y'all
around 26 though, and let's
about
say we don't,
Tommy.
I mean, if we get introduced to Ghost and Tommy when it was growing up, that means that we gotta wait 27. That mean that let you know that Power Origins ain't even mature ready for a spinoff in 26.
Power orgies.
Orgies.
Now, hey, here's the
Yeah,
thing.
because we
Question for y'all. Which
we still
Italian
have
family? Which Italian family did Tommy's dad work for? Was it a New York family or New Jersey family?
New York.
Yeah,
I
he was
think it
working
was
for a
New
New York
York.
family.
Yeah, that's right. They got a lot of story they can fill in with that. With
Y'all think they're gonna
Tommy
drop a what's the
mom.
girl, Lisa Marie story or something?
Oh yeah,
She
They
come
should
back
have
on
her
for
come.
Tommy.
I
and they'll
think
be
so.
having a new Dre, a new Angela, and another Tasha.
Yo, regardless of how Dre was a little sleazeball, but he kept that show popping. I ain't gonna lie.
He
But
kept it
was
interesting.
Man,
too
Dre
much.
was one of the best. Like Dre, to me, Dre was one of the best
Dre's about to be big now on
villains
I ain't
in
gonna
Dynamite.
lie.
in
I like the
in
character
Power.
you played too, Jay, and Book too. Yeah,
Man,
Rojas,
Raul, what is that?
I hope they give me give me some more
You
roles and
deserve it,
screen
man.
time. Hey,
man,
So
Jay, you gotta make sure
Courtney
you
Camp
get
and
Diamond, bro.
Sean Pence gonna be writing that gonna be the showrunner of that show.
Who?
Sasha Penn.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sharson Penn, the showrunner.
I
Power.
didn't know when you said Sean Penn. I'm like, what?
I mean, I messed the man name up. Let me correct myself.
Let's
No,
say
I
no,
mean,
you good. You good. You good. You threw me off. It's all good. But yeah, man, this I would definitely love to be back. But you know, the writers really in movies and shows, they the real control. They write what the people do. Go ahead, Chris.
I like so not even just based on the fact that I didn't care for the way the Breeze introduction stuff. I am for sure not gonna watch another 10 episodes. Just waiting so that I can see the introduction of two people and they can shake hands. That is a pointless way to watch a show. That
Yo,
is
why he
just
look
not a
green in the
smart way to
baby
watch a
shit,
show.
bro? Why they had to make him look so green, bro? They could
You
have at
think
least
so?
toughened him up a
They
little bit, bro.
they
You
got
think he
Spider
look?
Like,
Man out there.
He
bro,
didn't have no
like,
street edge.
bro,
He looked like OC to me. He just a little
Come
bit taller.
the
on,
way,
A little
come
bit
like,
taller.
on.
I didn't like the way he
OC.
arrived.
I like
Like,
the car he was in. He had a nice
like,
car. I ain't gonna lie.
man, he had a hell of a car,
That was
but
a
then
little
he parked, music was booming, and he was like jamming and shit. I'm like, come on, bro.
and he had the dread cap, so I was fucking with the dread cap too. You feel me? But the rest of his swag put together, it was like you could tell this dude he'd probably be alone most of his time. He probably
Like
a big businessman, but most smart motherfuckers they be dolo. They be looking awkward a little bit.
the way Tommy described him, talking about, man, he loved Jeopardy and stuff like that. That dude didn't look like he loved Jeopardy. That
Nah, he
dude looked
did.
like,
He did
No,
look
he
like he
didn't look
loved
like he
Jeopardy.
watched no Jeopardy
Yeah.
necessarily. He looked
To
like he
me,
going
he looked
to the
like he
club.
watched Jeopardy. That's what I'm trying to explain. He looked like
Okay.
somebody who watched Jeopardy to me. Like, now I would never watch this. I ain't gonna lie. But
I've watched it, but I'm not a
now,
watcher.
now Shamik is a hell of an actor. So, like,
hey, I
we
believe him.
criticize, and I'm like, for the people in the chat, like, we're not criticizing, like, we're not saying we don't like Breeze. We just didn't like the way he was
I
introduced.
feel like they should have just put more to it. You feel me?
Right, right.
I mean, they could
I
have just
get
changed
that.
at the
I
storyline a
don't
little
know,
bit better.
man.
Yeah. But you said something, Christian or Steve?
Yeah.
Oh, I say they
Yeah.
just should have
So
changed at the storyline better, man. I mean, this season with this, I mean, episode 2 that's lackluster and a writing.
Go ahead, CJ.
um something I don't understand. Okay, so the word scholar, right? That normally refers to smart, right?
Mm.
So isn't he supposed to not be smart?
No,
That's what I'm saying.
well,
He looks smart though to me.
No, Breeze is not supposed to be smart though.
I know he's not supposed to, but he looks
Who
like a very
said that?
smart guy.
Who
He's
said he's
driving
not
a
supposed
Porsche.
to be
He's
smart?
pulling up fresh, driving a Porsche.
He was
That's what I'm
described
saying.
in
He's too
Power
fresh.
as
He
not
looks too
smart.
clean. You feel me?
I feel you,
He's always
boss.
been described
I'm
as not
talking
smart.
about what you saying. I never heard he was not smart. If you watching Jeopardy, what you mean you're not smart?
He
They
was
say
described as not
Breeze
smart
wasn't
on
that
Power.
smart. They say he was.
I think what it was said is that he
Street
said
smart
he wasn't smart because of how Ghost got him, and he stuck to
in
the
the house.
routine, and he wasn't smart in that, but not smart as in not intellectual. I thought it was like you doing this move that wasn't smart. He wasn't smart. He let Ghost know his schedule. He kept to the same schedule. That wasn't smart. He was in the thing. He was able to get him. That was dumb. That's how I took. I didn't think he was a dumb.
I
That's
didn't perceive it that way then, but now it makes more sense to look at it that way now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, you can't keep doing the same schedule in this game when everybody want to either arrest you, take what you got, you know what I mean, dude,
Yeah.
and then you might be by yourself. I think that's probably what you know.
man,
I
Ronnie looked more than Breeze. Like, Ronnie looked like he could have fit the mold of
I mean,
Breeze.
dude, every episode running
yeah,
still wear the same outfit, the same jacket, and the same pants every episode.
Like,
yeah,
eating the
yeah,
same
agreed.
cereal. Like,
But he ain't cool though. Go ahead. So why would you call this weirdo Breeze? Ain't nothing cool about him,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That was socially awkward.
man.
he
Crazy.
said,
I thought
only he said only these old people, only these older people call me Renford. His name. I was like, damn.
I ain't like how they introduced him by his government name either. That ain't something you do on the streets unless you
Talk
go.
about
They gave him first
Renford.
and last name, didn't they?
I ain't gonna lie. I think that's the last time we go hear it though. You feel me?
It should be. Christian, what you gonna say?
I think they did that so that they can do a little bit more of like, oh, okay, so it's not him, and then one
Add
more
more
time, and
suspense.
then be like, oh, it is. But
I ain't gonna lie, but
I
maybe
think
we
what would have
meeting
made,
Breeze at a different time. Maybe he got some growth to go. He got to grow up with Kanan a little bit or something. Maybe.
I
I
think,
mean, he not from there.
no,
He's
he
from
said East
upstate.
New York or something. East New York, I think he
Yeah,
said.
Upstate.
yeah.
Upstate, I think it
Yeah.
was.
So
I
whenever
think
you
what
go
would
to
have
a
So
new
made,
spot, you got to learn a little bit. Go ahead,
Nah, they
Christian.
said East New York, but he came from a
yeah,
bed upstate. That's where he just came
oh
back.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think what
Ah,
would have made more sense was because they already had threatened Hamessa or whatever her name is and the son. So it would have
Oh
made
yeah,
more
unique baby
sense
mama, Vanessa.
if they would have followed Lou when he was following her, and they could have gotten Lou that way. That's what I was kind of hoping for. That would have made more sense.
Nah, man, I don't think. Now, if somebody, this is me. I think Lou needs to take out Unique.
Yo,
No, 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 that's
Breeze
not what I'm
he
just
saying.
like
should
That's not
the
what
have
I'm saying.
seen
DJ house
something when he
parties.
got
That's
this
what I'm
perspective.
saying.
But
Hold on,
Flavor
hold on, hold
Flav
on,
looking
hold
at him.
on. That's not what I'm saying. If somebody threatens your family, you
right,
know before they leave, they're going to go after your family. You're not going to sit in a building
and do
and you're
nothing.
not going to make sure they're not being followed. That makes no sense.
Right. At
I'm
least
not
I
if they
mean,
let
saying
him
I'm
walk
saying,
out, they should at least follow them. Is
I
what you
thought
saying?
he told her don't even go out the
That's
house.
the thing.
She out
That's
here
the thing. He
parlaying.
told her not to leave.
yeah, but he
But
can
when
get people.
somebody,
He
I
already had
see
his
what
people there.
Christian's saying. He's saying if somebody threaten you to your face, you're not going to harm them when they walk out. Then you should at least follow them because they may act on what they just said, and you just gonna
Of
sit
course.
there. And then when it happened, be like, "What? You did what you told me you was gonna do?" And what?
That's it.
He about to look like that next season. We about to see it.
That's
Right?
why.
And be like, "Wait
That's
a
why
minute,
he's
Hey,
why
goofy.
you do what you told me you was gonna do?
I
How
can't believe
dare
they
That's
got
you?"
why
Mama
he's
like that.
goofy.
It's just bad writing, I guess. Man.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, this is what I mean. This is
Could
what I
have
mean.
smoked
So
that.
when you watch a show, right, you're supposed to be able to reverse engineer it back to the beginning. So if nobody followed them, right, and then ultimately she ended up getting picked up and the son, then what would have made sense was exactly what I'm saying. It doesn't mean that it had to be successful. It doesn't mean that they had to get Lou and kill him. If you want to not kill Lou as a character, that's fine. You have them there. They try and they fail, and he makes it. Right?
Now,
Yeah, they shouldn't have
so
Lou do it
I
by
think
himself anyway. They should have had soldiers doing it.
no, but
That's what I'm saying.
I think Caesar was thinking. I was stepping on his commentary. Nah, like whatever you were saying about that scenario, like I agree with what you say, but me personally, I think like if
Yeah, but you're
Rock
not in the
is not
show. You're
gonna
not in the
take
show.
out
I mean the characters.
no,
The characters.
like I wish. Nah, this is like personal wishing. Like if somebody gonna take out Unique, is I want it to be either Rock or Lulu. That's it.
No,
Yeah,
but
but
that
And
what
okay,
they
okay.
said
Lulu because of what they
Marvin
did to him in the first season.
or Marvin.
Like they try to get him, they almost get him and stuff like that. So
Yeah, though, because they
Hey, I
almost try
want
to
to say
burn
this
down his
right
house.
quick. I left my cord across here, and so my computer at 5%. So I want to let's get everybody final comments right quick before we go. I might have to go and try to get this cord, but I'm gonna have to do a lot of rearrange. It ain't gonna work reach. So let's start off. I'm gonna start off with Steve, then Christian, then Ramon, then Boss. I'm gonna let you wrap up your thoughts on this. So, Steve, now the season 4 over. We done seen the finale. What's your thoughts on this episode and the season?
I
Got
mean, this reminds me of Kane eating much pouring the trigger at his mama rock, but they end up cutting that episode. So I don't like kids though shooting their own parents. That's like Tyreek was the one took out a ghost. I
right.
mean, dude, Kane either much need to start thinking that Rock ain't had nothing to do with Krista getting killed, ain't had nothing to do with famous, she ain't had nothing to do with none of that. And every time when Kane either much get in danger, his mama had to either much clean up the mess behind him a bunch of times because she saved him from running and turned around and saved him from D Wiz and
Mm.
protected Howard. But not that's him though. She saved it Marvin from end up going to jail when Rock had took out Detective Howard.
Okay, you think he shot her?
I hope not in next season. In next season, because I think this is a hanger clip. They gonna save this way to season 5 though.
A cliffhanger. A cliffhanger.
I love the
What
way
we
Steve
see,
talk, man. You make me smile, man.
word.
Hang Cliff. I ain't never heard it that way. I love it. This a
I mean,
hang.
that's what the storyline going for next year. They building it up.
Word.
Right, right. You right. You right. Christian.
I think I kind of
Woo.
want to say like people should watch it a little bit more open minded and not so like putting themselves in the show because we're not watching them. We're watching those people in the show. So if you're just stuck wanting to see it one way, you can't have these three guys just kill everybody because
Nobody
one of the
does.
best shows on as a drug dealer show, one of the best shows is Top Boy. Sully
Yeah, I
gets
seen a
taken
little of
out.
that. I didn't get to finish it though. I should watch that. It's on Netflix,
Oh
right?
shit! Now I don't want to say it
Nah,
now,
don't
but
spoil it, bro. That's A1.
okay.
Yes,
So
on Netflix.
somebody gets taken by nobody will ever know who, and that is the most realistic thing that you can do on this type of show. You can't think there's just three characters. We have seen over 50 people by name already. So if we have 10 seasons, these three people are not like super soldiers. They're not just killing everybody. Like it doesn't make sense to want to watch it that way. I'm not trying to tell anybody how to watch it, but it just doesn't make sense. Like you can have the bigger dialogues be them, of course, because they're the biggest, they're getting paid the most.
But have like regular people that we don't know going like
Pulling a, a
pick
pulling
on
a
girl.
trigger takes pulling a trigger takes less than a second. Look at how quickly they did the quarterback guy.
Right, right.
Where the
Have
fuck
more
is he at?
people like that doing that. Right.
Where's he at now? You know what I'm saying?
And that made more sense than making Unique do it.
Exactly.
Right,
But I'm not trying to I'm not trying to tell them how to watch it, but that's just
right.
what I think. Watch it more
As
open
far as
minded.
the writers writing it, they should write it more like that than that. That would be more realistic. Now let
Because
me
you're
ask you
worried
this
about
before we
everybody.
go. Right, before we go to Ramon, let me ask you: Did Kanan pull the trigger?
You asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Did this your
I
thought?
I
You think?
think that either Kanan or Juke maybe shot somebody through that glass on the other side. Because I don't think that they would have just not shown whatever happened. They're not gonna pay her to show up the next season just to see if she died. That would be crazy. I think.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, I mean, a star like that just to have her lay there in one episode.
Yeah,
They did that
they
to
didn't
Angie
even do
though.
it. They didn't even do it with famous.
They did it with Angie. Made her come back for one episode. I told everybody that girl dying, and
She did
everybody,
more
no,
episodes.
she lived.
She did more
Yeah,
episodes
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
as
well,
a
I
ghost.
think
with the
yeah, because
dress.
that's when Tommy was trying to shoot at Ghost, but she ended up pushing Ghost out of where the bullet ended up hitting her in the chest.
Yeah.
All right, Ramon, what's your thoughts on this before we get out of here on this episode? You know,
Oh, watching now the whole season, it looked like this season was a whole build up for next season.
yeah,
Like I understood that they had to rewrite a lot of stuff because Joey Badass coming back. So I guess in the writing, they just decided just to make this a big old build up for season 5. Um, I want to say I do not think Kanan shot his mom, but we have to wait.
Okay. All right. That was simple to the point. I got you. Appreciate it. Boss, what you think? Oh, Slim, love him some Marvin. That's my favorite character. I ain't on the same level with Slim.
Well,
Slim said
our
Marvin
man
is a super
survived.
killer one man gang. That's one of the problems I have with that. I'm kind of with CJ on they make these guys touch every damn thing and get away with it and shoot everybody.
And
He a
that's what I was
serial
going to tell
killer.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, though.
Honestly, with me, I feel like, see, I like that Marvel survived only because he's doing, like, I feel like he's going through a little, he's still on that redemption arc. He's still taking care of certain things that are still got some humanity. He has a little humanity left in him. Lou,
But
he
Marvin is
already
getting
went
shot
through
at
his.
too.
He
Marvin at least
already
got
like
shot
went
at.
through his. What you say, bro?
Marvin at least got shot at.
Right,
Lou
he got
wasn't
shot.
even slapped or nothing.
You feel me? Lou, this boy done been out here drunk as a skunk trying to get robbed, busting off, robbing liquor stores, and he ain't get robbed once. You feel me? It don't make sense, bro. And even with Rock, I know a lot of people don't want Kane to kill Rock, but honestly, I want him to just to get the story moving along, get this one major character out the way who has this plot armor. It seems that just this lady, how many times Rock done even got shot at or got shot, and she done
One time.
went up against the mafia. You feel me?
And it was a shootout with the Italian. She done lost a whole connect though.
And now, they
shootout.
friends. It don't even make sense to me. You feel me? Like they wasn't plotting on her this whole time. They just wanted to get in with her and be her friend because she fine. I'm gonna be honest with you. People in the streets don't think what they did like that. You feel me? To be like, oh,
they don't think straight out there in the street.
Nah, bro.
What
And she ain't
Stefano said was
super fine
insane.
like that.
Stefano
was
saying that was
insane.
crazy.
I'm still thinking with my cock in the day.
That shit was retarded.
Bro, it took me out of like, damn, 5 years.
Right. You wasn't about to get none of that brown sugar. Shut up. No, but he wouldn't have did that because he could get, if he wanted to, some black strippers or whatever to come over there and bust them down easy. So no, them dudes don't do that. I'm right with you. And I've always had a problem with all of the power shows. Ghost, I'm talking about Omari Hardwick and Rock and them, in the sense that they are too big to walk around with no bodyguards.
Right.
Like, and Rock, especially as a woman, like it would be some bodyguard quarters at that damn house.
What happened to her whole syndicate? Like when Scrappy was with her, she had people out here, people out there, people they can call. They was buying soldiers from this people. Now all of a sudden they going to war and they falling apart. They have nobody to call on.
It's because it's a show on a season 3 or 4. The money go up,
right?
So
the people go down.
The extras ain't showing up.
Is, as actors, this is true about every show. Mm-hmm. So just like every job, most jobs you get a raise. And a lot of shows normally get unknown actors because you don't have to pay them that much. You can pay at scale. Maybe one actor that you do know. And
you need somebody to you need a name,
Yo, Jay, how did you get that gig? How did you get into the Power universe, bro?
Oh,
he been doing this shit forever.
That's cool.
I actually am Rojas. It was
he was cool.
I had to audition. They was filming in Chicago, and my agent let me know, and then I sent in auditions and things, and then I had to talk with them and things, and they picked me. So I had to go through the regular auditioning process and all of that.
Bro, I was watching you before that, so I'm like, shit, man, I might try acting. You feel me?
Hey, man, ain't nothing to it. I mean, it's just like any other job or something or a thing you study or learn and apply it.
Like if I'm doing something like this, like if I was on a show like that, it'll be natural shit because I'm used to.
Well, it is work though, because you do gotta memorize and study. Yeah, so and like when they have all them big long dialogue scenes and doing that, that's a lot of work and memorization. These 12, 16-hour days. It's a lot of work. It is a job. Yeah, it is good parts to it. I don't want to diss it, but it is a job too. So like if you ever hear actors saying like, well, I don't watch this or do that after they did something, that's because they was like working all damn day,
They
16
trying to
hours.
hold that information and retain all
Yeah,
that.
they kind of tired of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe in a year or something they could go back.
Go back to the regularly scheduled program.
Yeah, for real, for real. So, but yeah, man, it was good talking to y'all, man. Let me see how much juice I got. Say 3%, man.
Oh Lord.
Wow,
Man,
I'm
This,
over
this,
it was good, bro.
here.
Like,
Hopefully she up out of here.
yeah, I know, right? Well, man, I
man,
appreciate y'all for
I
coming
know
through.
I
Go
know
ahead.
we was talking about, Oni was talking about,
He ain't
rock
gonna let you
soldiers
go.
and stuff like that. She, man, now that I remember, she lost all those soldiers when the Italians went and raided the tower. Like, so it's only her and her brothers. That's it, bro.
I mean, that's all she
That,
got.
that's crazy, but
No, that's what they
uh,
showing us.
And
That's
then she
impossible
treat
to run
everybody
anything with
around
four
her
people.
crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
no, because
Ain't
yeah,
no way
they
somebody like
killed.
that whole power around wherever. They go automatically. Oh, we need to get this motherfucker out of here. She thinks she's running everything.
Yeah,
Like,
there's no way. There's no way.
that's crazy.
Well, I'm pretty sure she's probably the
But,
highest paid on the show if she wasn't already.
She
Especially
I
yeah,
worked.
she
think
the
she
main
is.
character of the show,
She
the
worked.
protagonist.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she a
She
main
definitely
character.
bought
She
that
been
line.
on there. And you keep getting raises at least after every season or every 2 seasons,
I ain't gonna
depending.
lie, she beautiful too, but that's they ain't gonna lie. She
He
going
had to
out.
say it. He said, "Hey,
Yeah,
I
I had to, man. Shorty,
don't know about her outfits though. What's up with that old Rhythm Nation Michael Jackson
man, bro, it
bad
looked like
outfit?
they had on some like
Power
Cruella
Ranger.
Deville bride, corpse bride type thing
Cruella
going on.
DeVille.
Some S&M shit.
I know, right?
Unique Buster.
Just beat it in this one.
That's
Yeah,
what I thought about when I seen the buckles on there. I was like, bro, she got on the little Mike Jackson jacket.
for real. I be thinking, how long she be getting dressed every morning to be a dope queen pin and putting on all that stuff, man.
She be killing it though. I ain't gonna
It
lie.
do look good
Like
on
Mary, like Monet getting dressed up like she the queen pin.
I ain't
her.
gonna lie.
well,
Monet,
she
yeah,
was.
And they
She
ain't even
was.
playing with her fashion, bro. They going off with it every time.
yeah.
She was
Yvonne
literally
Cox,
the
I'm
queen
with you.
pin. Literally.
I actually don't think any other women or very few women could rock what Rock is wearing and pull it off, to be real
Every
with you.
time she going
Every
crazy.
time. Even that jacket that was half flipped down, like
Bro,
it
I'm looking at it like, yo, I know that's so
They
futuristic
trying to
because
lift
ain't
it.
no way you feel me. Somebody just turned the puff upside down
right.
in the 90s and just started swagging it out like that.
For
I
real.
remember the 90s, you feel me? It was a little
Hey,
different type of swag, you feel me?
for real.
I
Now
seen that
Marvin,
scene.
Marvin and Lou got the 90s swag, you feel me? They make me feel like when I was a little jit going to church with the big silk shirt on and shit. You know?
uh,
The one thing I like about the show is like the car game. They keep
The
it
theories.
like the '90s, bro. That Acura Legend Lou was
man,
driving around.
I'm glad you
That
brought that up. That car
that
is so iconic. It's no way he could be doing a stakeout in that Acura Legend on Gold BBS and they a block away and they pulled and he was watching. They don't see this.
Bruh,
That
that's
is
what
what
I'm
that
thinking.
is
Like,
what I
bruh,
mean.
you need so drink.
That's
Look
what
at
I'm
this
saying.
sitting on
That's
the
what I was
thing.
saying.
Yeah, they have iconic cars. They are very noticeable.
Even Pernessa Lexus, I'm like, yo,
Oh man, that Lexus stands out. That
yeah,
was one of the dopest, if
like
not the dopest sports
bro.
coupe you could have, unless you
I
had
was
a
like, yo,
SL.
they really
no,
bringing
and
all like the
this
OG.
is my thing.
They got Kanan in the 5.0. You feel me?
Rock
Yeah.
Rock been in that range since episode. That car been shot up, all types of things,
All
and
she did
she
was
been in
fade
that
black.
car.
Hey, I'm at 1%, y'all. I'm gonna have to wrap it up. It's about to cut
I
off.
bet.
Hey,
Yeah.
appreciate everybody for coming through. I'll be back tonight at 10, maybe even a little earlier, because it's a lot to talk about. I appreciate all of y'all for coming through as always.
Salute.
Yeah, definitely, man. Hell of a finale. And
Hey,
everybody in
hopefully
the
we get to chop
comments,
it up
thank you.
again on this.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Nice talking
I'm
to y'all.
out of